about the welfare of the Nepalese, and you are always, trying to uphold Nepal and the Nepalese, and you also seem, according to this poem, you seem very much proud of what Tenzing did, what Hilary did, isn't so? And you want to uphold their mission. And in the meantime, you have said in your poem that your life is full of mission. You do have a certain mission in life, and you are trying to fulfill that mission. You are always trying to accomplish that mission, and your life is dedicated to a certain mission. And in that sense, I think it's a very good thing. And you have tried to express those feelings in these poems, and I really appreciate it. This is very nice.
Thank you very much. Now I would request Rameshji to read his poems.
Okay, Achyutji, I will try. Writing poems is my hobby, and for several years I have been doing this. And I'm very much interested in poems, and sometimes I write poems. And I have brought a few poems here. They are very small. They are not very long, and I would just like to read those poems. And thank you for giving me an opportunity, to read my poems here. Today I have brought a few poems. Some poems, they are a little bit philosophical, and they are about God, the Almighty, because we are from the East, and we are still, I say, however, our country has already been changed into a secular state, but still I think we are the citizen of a Hindu state, because I do have that affection, I do have that attachment to Hinduism, because I feel proud to say that I am a Hindu. So in that sense, we, the people of the East, always think about something spiritual, because spirituality sometimes, I think, has been ingrained into our psyche and into our system. That is why sometimes we want to express the same thing in our poems, in our writings. That's why I have tried to express those feelings in my poems here. This is the title, God Smiles. And God smiles in the silence of nature. God smiles in the silence of nature. He speaks in the emptiness of solitude. He speaks in the emptiness of solitude. He dwells in our conscience and whispers in our love. He dwells in our conscience and whispers in our love.
Wow.
Thank you.
By the way, when did you write this?
Actually, I wrote this. I have written, the date also. It was 12/21/2006. That means December 2006. December 21, 2006.
Generally, what time of the day you write your poem?
I don't have any specific time to write poems. I should say whenever I have time, and whenever I have the mood, I write poems.
The reason I asked it that as both of us write poems, and I'm curious in which scenario you like to write a poem. Is there any particular scenario or particular environment, or whenever you have free time?
Actually, poetic, this inspiration is something spasmodic, it always doesn't come to you. Sometimes it comes. That is why poetic inspiration is supposed to be spasmodic. Sometimes it comes. You don't know when it comes. So I think I don't have any specific time. But sometimes what happens, some incidents provoke poetic feelings within you. Certain incidents, and maybe if you are talking to your friend sometimes, and you might be provoked, just by a word, just by a few sentences. You might see the beauty of the nature sometimes, and sometimes it might also happen you have been given a lot of, love by somebody. Somebody gives you a lot of affection, somebody is very much, attached to it, and that attachment and that effusion of love also sometimes provoke you to write poems. you know. And in the same way, if you are in trouble, most of the time I think, you know, the agony and torture, you know, provokes people to write poem. You might have heard T.S. Eliot, you know, the English poet, and his poem, The Wasteland, is supposed to be a landmark in the history of English poem, you know. And that wasteland, I recently read in one of the reviews that it was the product of T.S. Eliot's agony, you know, the agony created by his wife's extramarital relation with somebody else. This is what I read in the review. So
do you remember some of his sentences?
I think if I'm not, you know, if my memory is correct, you know, I'll tell you the last line,
Sure.
last 4 lines. The world comes to an end, the world comes to an end, the world comes to an end, not with a bang, but with a whimper. These are the last 4 lines of the poem that T.S. Eliot wrote. He was a great poet. He was a great poet, you know, and he was also inspired, I think, from the precepts of Upanishads, you know,
Really?
from the message of Upanishad. And in the same poem, you will find Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Oh.
In the same poem. So this way, he was very much influenced, I think, from the Eastern philosophy, you know, about Brahma, Ishwar, God. So you can easily find a very clear imprint of Eastern philosophy in his writings.
Sorry, I distracted
It's okay.
you. Go
It's
ahead.
okay.
with your
So you
Second
want me,
poem.
you want okay. The title of my second poem is "O Beauty of My Soul." It is about soul,
Wow.
because we believe in soul, isn't so? It is believed that the soul, human soul, doesn't die. It's immortal. It is indestructible. Anyway, O beauty of my soul, O beauty of my soul, I have traversed millions of lives. I have traversed millions of lives in search of your warm embrace. I have traveled across the globe. I have traveled across the globe. I have scanned the entire universe. But still, I haven't been able to have even a glimpse of a shadow. I have scanned the entire universe, but still, I haven't been able to have even a glimpse of a shadow.
Very good.
This is
Very
about
good.
the beauty of my soul. You want me to read another poem?
Go ahead.
It's very
Go ahead.
small.
Yeah.
Okay. It's about illusion.
Mhm.
I think, you know, according to the Eastern philosophy, everything is an illusion. Only the Brahma, you know, is truth, and the rest are illusion. This is what is said in the Eastern philosophy, isn't so? Illusion. There was no past. There was no past. There is no future. Oh, sorry. There was no past. There is no present. There will be no future. There is no life. There is no death. There is neither time nor space. Everything visible is an illusion. Everything invisible is an illusion. We ourselves are an illusion. True, illusion itself is an illusion.
Wow.
This is
Very good. Very
Thank you.
good.
And I have another one poem. And if you permit me, I'll read this one.
Sure, sure. I'm enjoying. I hope our audiences are also enjoying.
Okay, thank you. Every step of my journey. This is the title of my poem. And I had written it in 5/14/2007. Every step of my journey is in itself a destination, holy and sacrosanct. Everybody I meet with is a part of godliness, solemn and infinite. Every smile I encounter is the expression of His blessing, sublime and incandescent. Every moment I live is the mercy of the Almighty, venerable and great. Every drop of my tear is a poignant cry of destiny, beleaguered and desperate. Every heart I toss is the abode of God, supreme and absolute.
Very good. Very
Thank you,
good.
Ajay.
Very good.
Thank you, Ajay. Thank you.